WNBA free agency has started, and we are here to talk about the moves that the Dallas Wings could possibly make to improve on this team and this roster from last year. This is K-Lou from Dope Sports Podcast, brought to you by DopeContent.com. This is your Dallas Wings update. Let's get right into it. What's good, people? What's good, people? Welcome back to your Dallas Wings update once again from the Dope Sports Podcast that's brought to you by DopeContent.com.
Yeah!
We are here to get into the WNBA free agency period, which has been kind of quiet. It's been kind of quiet. Everybody on Twitter is complaining about it. Just be patient. Things are gonna start happening soon, and we already got one move coming out of LA, but we're gonna get into all that. And before we get into the Dallas Wings, we're gonna go over the top 15 free agents in the WNBA right now, according to ESPN. And I'm gonna give you my thoughts and opinion about where they going or if they going anywhere or not. So let's run down the list real quick before we get into it. Breanna Stewart, number one, 29 years old, forward/center, one of the best to ever do it in the game. She's definitely the best in the game right now at her position. If she's not the best, she's top 2 or 3 for sure, because you know you got Asia Wilson and all them. You got to throw them in there, right? So I don't want to disrespect nobody. But, you know, she took a pay cut last year to join New York with Jonquel Jones and Sabrina and all them, you know, to kind of form a super team there in New York. And they just didn't get the job done. They ended up losing to the champs, the Vegas Aces. And she took a pay cut then. And according to ESPN, right now, it's not looking that she's going to take another pay cut. She's going for the max this year, which means most likely that's bye-bye to the number 2 free agent on the list, Jonquel Jones. Jonquel Jones, center, once again went to New York to help try to form that super team there in New York. 30 years old, still a very good player, very good veteran to have in your locker room. And, you know, this is a player, depending on what she do and what New York does with them, I will keep my eye on. If I'm the Dallas Wings, I will keep my eye on Jonquel Jones and just see what she got. See what they're going to do in New York. See if they're going to sign, Stewie to the max or not. You gotta keep your eye out on what's going on in New York. Number 3 free agent, you got Brittany Griner, 33 years old. Welcome back. I think she's going to be way better this year than what she was last year, even though last year she was still good, very good. This year, she got a full off season to get back in shape and do whatever she got to do on the court. Brittany Griner is going to be Brittany Griner again, right? She's already made it clear that she's not leaving Phoenix. She said at the end of the season, her and her wife just brought her home there in Phoenix. Don't expect her to go anywhere. So if there's any team out here that's looking for Brittany Griner outside of Phoenix, I would just advise you to stop looking for Brittany Griner right now. Right? Number 4, you got Skylar Diggins-Smith. Now, this is a player that's going to be on the move. Things just didn't work out for her in Phoenix. You know, her and Taurasi kind of had some type of apparent beef, if you let the media tell it. So it just didn't work out for her. She said, she was treated unfairly when she was pregnant, could get into the building and things like that. So it was a lot going on between her and Phoenix. I expect her to be on the move. A very great point guard to have in your backcourt. Dallas, they kind of already had they thing together. Skylar was here with a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? She left. Liz Cambage and Azrae Stevens and all them, when they was here, Skylar left. So I don't know if Dallas want to kick the tires with Skylar Diggins again or not, but we'll see, right? Breanna Jones, Breanna Jones is coming off of tearing her Achilles this past season, but Breanna Jones is a center, 28 years old, very talented, and I think she's going to be ready to go. I mean, at the beginning of the year, it might be a little lingering injury, but I think she's going to be ready to go, and I think she's going to have a great bounce back season this year. So keep an eye out on Breanna Jones and see what Connecticut decides to do with her. Let's see. This one kind of shocked me a little bit. Everybody wants to call me when I start recording and streaming. But yeah, let me put them on decline real quick. But this one kind of shocked me right here. You got NNEKA OGUMIKE letting the Sparks know that she's not returning to LA. The 33-year-old center is still one of the best centers to play the game actively right now. At this change, I was going to get on here and say one thing, and then when I heard this, it completely changed my mind, right? So I'm going to go ahead and speak on her now, on NNEKA OGUMIKE. What I would do if I'm Dallas, personally, I would find a way to get out of Tiara McCowan's contract. Tiara McCowan is making, she's hitting your salary cap for $195,000. Well, yeah, $195,000 according to Sports Track. That's her base salary, right? I will personally trade Tiara, free up that space, sign NNEKA, and bring back Kalani Brown to be her backup. That's what I would do. I don't know how much money she's going to ask for. I'm trying to look on ESPN. It's really not saying, you know, what she would ask for at this point of her career. But, you know, she averaged 19 points a game. Like, she's still a beast, and she matches up better against the people like Asia Wilson and Stewie's and all them, the people that gave us problems, you know, throughout the season. I'm just saying, I love Tiara McCowan. I love her vibe. She's a dope person to talk to, you know, doing post games and all that stuff. And she is a beast on the court. But when you have Tiara and then you follow up with Kalani, these are two bigs who are great in the paint, but they can't run and match up with the Asias and the Stewies and the NNEKAs and Breanna Stewarts and DeWanna Bonners and all them. So I think one of them got to go. And if one of them does have to go, I will personally let Tiara go. I would trade her or do something to clear up that cap space from Tiara, re-sign Kalani, and I will go after NNEKA. That's just me personally. I don't know if they can pull it off, but that's just me personally, right? Number 7 on the list, DeWanna Bonner. Another free agent, dope free agent, forward/guard. She reminds me of Kevin Durant. I always call her the female version of Kevin Durant. She is so cold, so talented. Wherever she ends up, it's gonna be a major grab wherever she ends up. So moving on, of course, you got SATOU SABALLY. Dallas has already, I believe, extended the max contract offer towards her. So I don't expect SATOU to be going anywhere. So there's no need to even stay on that. Candace Parker, 37 years old. Not sure if she's going to retire or not. Actually, never mind. ESPN just said she plans on returning for her 17th WNBA season if healthy. So shout out to Candace Parker. She took a pay cut and left Chicago and went to Vegas to team up with Asia Wilson and all them. So, and she got another ring out of it. I'm not sure if she's going to do that again, you know, try to run it back with Vegas. I don't know. Really no word on what Candace Parker is going to do and what she's thinking. She might shock us again. It might, hey, let me take another pay cut and go somewhere else. You never know, right? Alina Delle Donne. Alina Delle Donne. That's a lot of... I don't know why I said Ella. I'm sorry. Alina Delle Donne, forward from Washington Mystics. She's a free agent, 34 years old, another veteran. Average 16.7 points a game. Still a beast. Like, these veterans are showing you that they can still get out there with these young girls and handle business, right? Not sure what she's gonna do. I'm trying to see if there's anything update on her as I'm reading, and I don't see any update on her, so we don't know what she's gonna do. Elena Smith out of Chicago, forward/center. That's another person to keep your eye on from Chicago Sky. Courtney Williams, the guard, Dallas Wings. The one of the biggest problems for the Dallas Wings was consistent play from the point guard position, right? So Courtney Williams might be somebody to look at. Another one that you might want to look at, and I would take a serious look at her, is Jordan Canada. Former guard in LA. You know, she's averaging 14.7 points per game. She one of the top defensive guards. She has 2.3 steals, which leads the WNBA in steals from the guard position. So actually she leads the WNBA period. So Jordan Canada, who balled out last year, that's somebody I would keep my eye on as well. Basically what I'm telling the Dallas Wings is get the 2 free agents from LA Sparks and add them to your team. Long story short, NATASHA Cloud, free agent, right? That's a big free agent move right there. If you're able to scoop in NATASHA Cloud, she all defensive team, first team in 2022. She showed she can still play, averaging 13 points a game last season. I don't know where she's gonna end up. Let me see. I'm trying to think of who can use NATASHA Cloud outside of Washington. It's a lot of people, really, but some more moves have to be made in order to pick up a NATASHA Cloud. And then you got Kalani Brown coming in at number 15, which I've already said, if I'm Dallas, I'm finding a way to re-sign Kalani, and I'll let Tiara go. I'll pick up one of these other centers that's free, and I'll have a good mix of athleticism and the power. That's what I would do if I'm the Dallas Wings. I'm just saying. And those are the top 15 right there. And then if you get into the Dallas Wings, you have Diamond DeShields. She's an unrestricted free agent, 28 years old. She got injured. She's a very good player. She got injured. We didn't see her the whole season. I'm not sure what their thought process is with that. You got Odyssey Sims. I love the vibes that Odyssey and Kalani brought to the team last year. But with Crystal Dangerfield and Veronica Burton still on the roster right now, I don't see Odyssey coming back unless it's one of those things that she did last season, right? Where it's just hardship contracts and etc. And then, like I said, you got like the Jordan Canadas and all them people out there. I don't see Odyssey coming back and, you know, getting the full-time contract. So moving on, Dallas Wings. They went 22-18 last year. They were second in the West behind the Vegas Aces. They were fourth overall in the WNBA behind Vegas, Connecticut, and New York. They went to the second round of the playoffs for the first time in Dallas Wings history under the first-year head coach, Latricia Trammell. So shout out to them for doing that. And they end up losing to the defending champs in the second round, the Vegas Aces. They gave him a great fight in the series. They really should have went to the deciding game 5, but you know, the last game of the season, they was up, 5 minutes left to go. They couldn't make shots anymore. I don't know what happened. They just couldn't make shots anymore. So, and Vegas is Vegas. There's no shame in that. But when you look at this roster, you look at Vegas and you look at what New York had and what Connecticut had. If you want to take that next step, you have to make some changes on the roster, right? Maddie Siegrest had a great season as a rookie. I want to see her play more. Crystal Dangerfield ended up taking over the starting point guard position over Veronica Burton, which is good because Crystal, in my opinion, she was better offensively. The ball moved better with Crystal starting, but Veronica is a better defender than Crystal, right? And defense kind of played the part from that point guard position in the playoffs against Vegas. So you got to make a decision on what you're going to do at point guard position as well. Natasha Howard is returning. Arike Ogunbowale is returning, of course. Awakuyir, who is making $89,000. She is foregoing her season, so she will not be returning to the Dallas Wings. I don't know what that means as far as salary wise and salary cap and contract wise. I hate to see it, but I understand why she's doing it. Because these ladies, Awak literally left. They lost the game and did their exit interviews. Awak was already gone overseas. Bruh. Like, she was already flying out overseas doing the exit interviews and getting ready to play again. These ladies are tired. They go from WNBA season and they instantly, some of them might get a week or some might get 2 weeks, and they fly out and they go overseas and play. And then as soon as that's done, they come back and then get ready for the WNBA season again. Bruh. It's a lot, man. So Awaka's only 22 years old, but I understand why she's taking the break and just trying to let her body heal and rest. I hate to see it because near the end of the season last year, she started balling. Her confidence was there at an all-time high. She started hitting shots, and like she started looking like the player that we all thought she was going to be when they drafted her. So I hate to see that she's going to take a year off, but it is what it is. I completely understand it. Again, I don't know what this means for her, you know, as far as her contract and salary and all that. So I'm looking on sportstrack.com right now. They still have her on there, and her cap figure is her salary, which is $89,000. And this is the thing. If that gets removed, that's going to help Dallas a lot, because right now with the current roster, and this is before they re-sign SATOU, this is just with, let me get these players. This is just with ARIKE's contract, NATASHA, Tiara, Awak is still on here, Crystal Dangerfield, Veronica, BURTON, MADDY, and Lou Lopez. The Dallas Wings right now, come on computer, don't mess up. The calories, I said the calorie. Good Lord, I'm tripping. The salary cap for the WNBA right now is $1,463,000 and $200. $1,463,200. That's the max salary cap. $1,463,200. The cap space that the Dallas Wings have right now, $395,000. And that's just with Lou. Again, this is with Lou, MADDY, Veronica, Crystal, Awak, Tiara, NATASHA, and ARIKE. Nobody else. Nobody else. So you already know SATOU is going to get signed to the max. So you're looking at, you know, $241,000 and up for SATOU, right? That don't leave you a lot of cap space if Awak's cap is still on the books, right? So again, what I would do if I'm the Dallas Wings, I would try to move Tiara McCowan's contract by any means, and I would take some of that money. I'm gonna re-sign KALANI, and I'm gonna go after, I'm gonna say NNEKA. Only reason I'm saying NNEKA is because I love the way she plays. I think she will fit in Dallas perfectly, and I think she would take a pay cut at this point in her career to come here. If she sees a team that has a legit chance to make noise in the playoffs, I think she's willing to take a pay cut. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I haven't talked to her or nothing like that. That's just my opinion. I think she would take a pay cut. So KALANI Brown, NNEKA OGUNBOWALE, Jordan Canada. Those are my top 3 free agents. Of course, SATOU SABALLY. Those are my top 4 for the Dallas Wings. And then I would try to, you know, remove Tiara McCowan's contract. As far as Diamond DESHIELDS, it depends on how much money she wants. I would love to bring Diamond DESHIELDS back. That's a 3-and-D that's a 3-and-D player right there that I think the Dallas Wings need on the team. I would love to bring Diamond DESHIELDS back. So I would say that if I could build a perfect roster right now for the Dallas Wings, realistically, I would say that roster would be NATASHA Howard, ARIKE OGUNBOWALE, Crystal Dangerfield, Veronica, BURTON, MADDY SIEGREST, Lou Lopez-SENECHAL, and then KALANI Brown, NNEKA OGUNBOWALE, Jordan Canada, and Diamond DESHIELDS. And that's probably too many players. How many players did I name? I don't even know how many players I named. You can only keep 12. So let me count them while I say it, right? ARIKE OGUNBOWALE, NATASHA Howard, Tiara McCowan, Crystal Dangerfield, Veronica, BURTON, MADDY, Lou, SATOU, KALANI, Jordan Canada, that's 10. NNEKA OGUNBOWALE, that's 11. And then Diamond DESHIELDS. Wow, that's your 12 right there. That's your 12 right there. That's what I would do if I'm the Dallas Wings. And if they pull it off, you're going to hear me talk about championship. So, Dallas Wings, find a way to trade Tiara, pick up NNEKA, pick up Jordan, re-sign KALANI, re-sign Diamond DESHIELDS. And I think you're set, and I think you're ready to go for next season. That's what I would do. Let me know what you would do in the comment section. I know I was folding all over my words today. Look, it's been a rough 2 weeks, and today is like, I really hate today. January 26th, I hate today. So today is the day Kobe Bryant and his daughter died. which y'all know Kobe is one of my favorite players. So every day every 26th of January, I just feel some type of way already. And then also to add to that, today is my baby sister's wake. So I got to deal with that later on today. And that's way more personal than Kobe Bryant, right? And then her funeral is tomorrow. So I apologize for stumbling over my words and messing up. And if the message didn't come across as clear as it should, I apologize. And just let me know in the comment section if you know, and I'll explain it to you better in the comment section. But appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate y'all supporting. Dallas Wings, they got an opportunity to do some things, but you got to let go of one of your fan favorites, in my opinion, with her contract. Her contract is $195,700. That's a lot of money, and I personally think you should move her and re-sign Kalani for a cheaper price. Get NNEKA. I already said what I would do. That's what I would do. I'm just saying. But let me know what you would do if you're a Dallas Wings fan in the comment section. If you're a WNBA fan, period, let me know what you would do with your team. We can have a great conversation in the comment section. Much love to y'all. Thank y'all for watching. And until next time, this has been your Dallas Wings updates. I am out.